Oh my god. Wait, got more. Oh my god. For a second there, I thought I missed it. Oh, my precious stuff. Oh. Holy mama.
That's all that stuff.
Okay. I'll save it. Just save it. Yeah, no, I know what you're thinking. It's a domestic flight. I can bring a backpack. Well, if you must know, I'm a gamer.
I'm a gamer too.
What? What kind of gamer would not bring his games when he flies, dude?
I've got games.
You got games? I mean, I got 2 more games. One is here it's for the dice. Another one is there, he's taking 3/4 of my luggage, and the other quarter are tokens. How many games do you have?
I got 12 games and they've got tokens.
12 games! 12 games? No, but it's gonna be 1 token each. There is no way. They're complete games.
They're complete pocket games.
They suck, right? I mean,
No, they don't suck. They're highly rated on Board Game Geek.
they win awards?
They won awards.
I want them! Give me a backpack! My god! Damn luggage!
Hello.
Hey! Welcome back to ITeachHerSheWins! Again, we are here in Maine with Karl Schmidt.
Hello.
Thank you, Karl, for being here. Today we're gonna do an amazing, and let me say that again, amazing.
Amazing.
I know. Modesty is not for us. We are cocky. That's right. We're just confident. An amazing review of what game, Karl? Because I can't pronounce it.
Guildhall Fantasy.
Guildhall Fantasy. No, you got it. That's the game we're gonna review today. So, first question. Who's the game designer? What company is producing it?
The game designer is Hope Huang. That's correct.
Say that again.
Hope Huang.
Hope that he gets it right. All right. And it's produced by AEG. They're famous. They're producing also Smash Up, Doomtown Villores. So we're talking about a big name here, a big company that produces a lot of fun games. So this is a great game. Karl, second question. What is the story behind the game? Can you tell us something about that?
This game existed as Guildhall in previous years, and this year a pocket version of Guildhall came out, and that's what we're showing.
Exactly, and there are 3 separate versions, but they play on their own. They just change for different factions that you can add every time. So each version, it's playable. It's its core set. All right. Other question, Karl. What type of game we're talking about here? Can you categorize it?
It's fantasy hand management.
Oh, that was quick. Fantasy hand. Are you eating? What are you doing? Okay.
I'm not only a professional gamer, I'm a professional eater.
All right. Okay, so fantasy. The theme is fantasy and management. Take that because there is a lot of backstabbing and a lot of interaction between players.
A lot of interaction.
And it's also
a lot of choices.
And another characteristic, I think, is a great attribute to this game is the variable players' powers. According on whatever profession you're playing at the moment, you have unique and different abilities. So it's really entertaining. It never gets boring. Third question, Karl. Overview of the rules. I can start and then we can...
Why don't you start and I'll add in.
Alright, well you can eat your sandwich then. The goal of the game...
But is it alright?
It is not alright. Because I've been doing this for 20 times, guys. You can't see that. Maybe you'll see that if you watch the bloopers, but it is not alright. So, the goal of the game is to get 20 victory points. The first player who gets to 20 victory points wins the game. How do you get victory points? By purchasing victory point cards that get into your play area, and some of them, while purchased, immediately activate a unique ability, or by accumulating victory point tokens through, at least in the version Alliance, through the profession of the marshal. How does the turn works? Players alternate turns. On your turn you can do 2 actions. It can be the same action. You can discard any number of cards and replenish until you have 6 cards. You can purchase a victory card when you have completed 5 cards of the same profession in 5 different colors, the 5 colors that are available. So once you have 5 cards of the same profession in different colors, the 5 cards of a kind get turned face down, and that's pretty much your chip. It's a closed chapter, you can spend it to get victory point cards. So a possible action is, on your turn, is to get victory point cards. Or, third possibility, you can play 1 card from your hand, eventually use his unique ability, which is connected to whatever profession the card belongs to, and then move into your play area, going to increase your play area 2 of a pair, 3 of a kind, 4 of a kind, in different colors. Duplicates are not allowed, so you cannot have 2 marshals of the same color. You can have a red marshal, a blue marshal. Actually, that's what you're going for, that's what you're aiming at.
And you also can't play the same profession twice on your turn.
Exactly, that's another, it's actually a great thing because it balances things.
Yeah.
So, playing a card from your hand and then moving into your play area, trying to collect 5 different colors of the same profession for each profession, or at least, depending on your strategy, enough to have closed chapters that you use to spend to get victory points cards. So the beauty about it is that each profession has a different level of power depending on how many cards you already have of that profession in your play area. So as you can see, powers get stronger, sometimes they even change, creating also a different strategy per profession according to whatever phase of the game you are in.
I already want to play it again.
Yes, this is awesome! So Karl, do you want to add something to my perfect review, brief review of the game?
What I would add to that is that one thing to note is that as you're, for example, as those wizards are getting more powerful, eventually you will have 5 wizards of different colors, and then be turning them over, and then they'll get reset. So even though they get greater in power, once you start over a new chapter, you only have 1 wizard again. You're back to them being weak. So that is good for balance. Once you close a chapter, the progression for that class goes back to being a newbie again, and you have to work on scaling them out.
So Karl, next question: what is your favorite thing about the game?
My favorite, it's actually both a strength and a weakness, is that I really like the flexibility of the options that the game gives you, and because you're interacting with other players' play area
continuously.
Yeah, you're looking at how to best hurt them and benefit at the same time, and unfortunately for me, it does end up being longer turns. That'd be the weakness of that, but it's a lot of fun trying to strategize.
Yeah. But if you're like him, he's never going to take 30 minutes.
Correct. We're in disagreement here, but to me, even with 2 people, this will always be an hour game for someone who's strategizing the best moves. Because
for someone who's overthinking the next move.
Not overthinking. There's a lot of options here.
So what are the pros and the cons of the game, and what is your ranking? You want to start from the ranking?
Yeah, for me, the ranking's a 7. The only reason why I don't give it higher is because the game is fun. I do enjoy it. It is pocket size, all good things. But I don't like the length of the game. To me, the best games can be played in under an hour. This game can be played in under an hour. Just that for me, this is a heavier game. That may not be true for other people. Other people might say this is a light game, but for me, I found this more of a heavier game because of the options available to you.
Well, to me, Karl, since you asked, I'm gonna give it an 8 because I think it's like a good bottle of red wine. The more you keep it there, the more you keep playing with it, and the more flavor, the better it is. And that is the con is that it takes at least 2-3 games just to memorize and understand what each profession, each character, each faction, however you're gonna call it, does. It's a little, so what does this do? Wait 1 second. If I use the assassin, so it takes a little, but once you master it, it's awesome. And is an 8 and not a 9, simply because, like he mentioned maybe before, it's a little silly that to get more factions, I have to buy 2 entirely separate games. So I like the idea of of getting more characters, more professions, but they could have added little rules in the other games. Instead, it's just the same game with different professions. But hey, I really like it. To me, it's an 8. It's a great game.
It is. It's a fun game.
Karl, do you wanna? So if I like something like this, what other game would I like? He's not prepared for this.
That's right. It's a surprise question.
A surprise question.
Which I'm gonna just bunt and say I don't know.
Well, I'll help you with that, because I thought this through.
To the rescue!
To the rescue. I will say...
Actually, there was that game we played a while ago where you recommended me to buy, is it a card drafting game where you had different factions?
Rune Age.
That's it.
It reminds me a little bit of Rune Age. Completely different to a certain extent.
It is very different, but
in one of the scenarios of Rune Age, when you're like messing with each other, this can be similar to that.
The player interaction, yeah.
But anyway, I think my answer is it's pretty unique. I really like the fact that it's in this professions reference. It's kind of a role game. Each character has his own like level of powers.
Yep.
Like level 1, level 2, and he's got his own feeling, his own unique vibe to it. So I would say it's pretty unique, Karl. So that was a tricky question. It was a rhetoric question.
But you didn't give a similar game though. Are you agreeing that Rune Age would be a similar game for a recommendation, or?
Well. To a certain extent, yes. It reminds me of Rune Age to the extent that you...
The player interaction.
Player interaction, like I'm trying to mess up your plans, putting down people to mess up with your people, but the fact that you collect cards, cash them, until you don't cash them they're not safe. I like that dynamic, because there is that. I mean, you can come up with the best strategy you want, but your play area can be messed up by your opponent until you are able to get 5 of the same color, and get 5 of this different colors of the same profession and close it. And believe me, it's not that easy, especially if you're playing with a backstabber.
I actually think that something that would have helped this game, and just my biased opinion, is that if they had allowed for some wild cards of the professions, meaning that they'd have a card that it can be any color, because I think one of the detriments of the game of when you're giving your opponent cards as part of the swapping and whatnot, you have to make sure that they don't already have the color, and that actually adds to bogging things down as far as for how do I get this color into them.
It makes things more complicated and more. I mean, this is a deep game. This is not a light game.
It's not like a game, but if they had a wild card color for the profession, even just this one,
I guess you could have.
It would make it easier as far.
That's a useful suggestion.
Without overpowering it.
Still, we love the game.
Yes,
Great job,
yes.
Whoever made it. I mean, we know who made it. You want to say again the game designer? So thank you again. ITeachHerSheWins from Maine. We're loving all the nature here. Look at Moose.
Moose, not bunnies.
Yeah, no bunnies, guys. So thank you again. Thank you. Molly Suzanne. You can eat your sandwich. Guildhall Fantasy, and our version is the Alliance version. All right. Produced by what company?
Well, you said version. How many versions are there?
That's a good question. I should know that since I'm an expert. Well, that's topic for our next question. Okay. First, produced by, designed by. If you remember the
Lost my train of thought. It's a pocket version of Guildhall, and it's basically a hand management game.
Well, before we get there, still on the start of the game, so we're gonna shoot at these again. There are 3 pretty much playable by themselves, but also playable together version. Alliance, Fellowship.
Oh, back to the box.
Molly, can we shoot this again? Alliance. It's not in the back of the box.
My advice is don't mention the versions in the beginning.
Okay. Coalition and Fellowship.
What we should do?
No, but okay. Gotta do it again. Yeah, we have to do first. Alright, so the game is very simple.
Yes.
It plays alternate turns. The goal of the game is to create
Sets. You're creating sets.
Sex?
Sets.
Like, we gotta create some sex. This is gonna go to the bloopers. Molly, we'll take it back from here with the overview games. Molly Suzanne.
Hello.
It's not being said, there is no hello. Okay.
There's no hello?
Yeah, let's stop that second because brief overview of the rules. I keep on rolling. Okay, Karl, anything to add to this confusing and incredibly boring review that I did of the rules? Overview of the. I'll do it again. Don't roll.
You're speaking in tongues.
Overview of the rules. Yeah, but you're gonna stand still because I need to edit it, so we're gonna stay still, and when I start moving, you can move. Overview of the rules. Nothing to add.
Nothing to add, but I'll actually. I was thinking of giving this game a 7. I'm gonna give it more of an 8. Just because the thing is that I really do like the flexibility. The game does take a little bit of long because of the options. But
I'm sorry, Karl, but since I'm gonna edit it into the thing, there's no more time to change your mind. You gave it a 7, I gave it an 8. Thank you guys.
A blooper.